Okay, so bouncing off of what we did last time, in this lab, we're going to be running our first analysis. So anytime you open a data window, you can run any of the analysis available. To get started, we're going to just calculate the student's average grade. Now I know with only 2 students, you can easily check your answer by just adding their grades together and dividing by 2. You can probably even do it in your head. So 85 divided by or 85 plus 83 divided by 2, 84. But let's see how, but whenever we get to like having 10,000 student records, then it gets a little bit trickier. Okay, so again, the majority of the available statistical tests are under the Analyze menu. So if you see up here, you'll see, what is that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 over. If you click on Analyze, and then you go down to Descriptive Statistics, and you go down to Descriptives, right? So you're going to go Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Descriptives. It should have a new little box pop up there. And we want to find out the average grade or the mean grade for all of our students. So all we do is we can either double click grade and it goes over there, right? Or we can like click on any kind of variable we want and then just use this little arrow button. So either way, double clicking is easier for me, but if you want to use the arrow button, that's okay too. Okay, so and again, depending on your version, other versions might have slightly different sets of options, but it should basically look like this. So again, to calculate the mean, you just click on Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and then Descriptives. You figure out what descriptive you want, you put it over, or what kind of variable you want to run the analysis on, and you put it over in the variable box, and then you press OK. Okay, and then what you're seeing now is a descriptive dialog box. So in the back here is your data file, or your data box, right? And then your data window. And then what you're looking at here is your output window. Okay, so we want to compute the mean for the variable called grade. Okay, so after analysis performed, we just did it, the output is placed in the output window, this window right here. And the output window becomes the active window. So if you notice, all these buttons up here are now live, if you will. Okay, so if I want to take a look at, I don't know, let's see here. So it's really broken into two different kind of views, right? You have your list of things that you did over here, and then you have your actual output there. So left-hand side is the outline of the output. SPSS refers to this as the outline view, and the right section is more the output itself. And the section on the left is the output window, provides an outline of the entire output window, and all of the analyses are listed in order in which you conducted them. So note that this outline can be used to quickly locate a section of the output by simply clicking on whatever section you would like to see, and the right window will jump to whatever that appropriate analysis is. Okay, so let's see here. So if you want to print this, what you can do is you can click on a specific thing, right? So you know, see if I click on this kind of highlights. If I click on active data set, this kind of goes right here. This is what I'm usually going to want from you when we turn on our labs, is descriptive statistic, right? So you can either take a screenshot of it, or you can print as a, I think, PDF, right? Print as a PDF. Screenshots are the easiest though. But if you'll take a screenshot of the entire thing for me, when we're all done, we're not done yet, that's where you'll see that. Okay, so let's go back to the data window, and we're gonna close out of this. We don't necessarily want to save it quite yet. Let's see here, let's add some more, right? So we have some more people that we have, more data that we have collected. So we have some new ID numbers, right? So we're going to have this ID number, and we're going to say that this person took their classes on their Psych 101 class on a Tuesday, Thursday, right? So it was what we coded as a 2. And we said, well, the class was taken in the morning, but they're not really a morning person, so they're going to get a 0 for being a morning person. And they earned an 80% in their Psych 101 class, so a low B. And they did not work. They did not work part-time or full-time while enrolled in that class. The fourth student we have there is 1909 is their student ID number, and they took their class on a Monday in the morning, and they said they were a morning person, and they scored a 73% in the class. And they said, yes, they did work. They worked part-time, not full-time, right? So as you see here, we start just, gathering data. If you're collecting surveys for a research project, As you get your surveys in and you're doing your data input, you're just going to go like there. Now you say, okay, well, there's this other variable that came up, and I want to say that some of them had a special training, right? So maybe in their Psych 101 class, they had something about, I don't know, like time management, right? And so we're going to have one be yes, for that time management, and two or zero for no for time management. So we're just going to call that training, right? So again, anytime you want to add a new variable in, you just click on the name and you go through, and it's going to autofill a lot of that. You can click the label, right? And so you can say, like, did you take time management training? Right, that was the question we might have asked them. And the variables, again, you click on the little like gray box right there. And we're going to say 0 is no, they did not take the time management training, and 1 would be yes, they did take it. Again, all you need to do, if you said, I don't know, maybe you're not sure, you're just going to go like 0.5, and then you click on not sure, right? I can't type there, and then you just go add, so we're not going to add that one. So 0 for no and 1 for yes. And since I'm done defining those variables, I click OK for my value labels box, and it should put it in there. So I go back to my data view. Remember, we toggle back and forth between variable and data view, and I say, oh, there it is, there's the training. And my let's see here, my very first one said, actually, yeah, I did take that training. And the same thing for my second one, but my last two that I did the surveys on said no, they did not take any time management training in their Psych 101 class. Okay, so again, for yours, you're going to have 5 on this one, right? Because you're going to have the 1 and 2, and then your specific data, and then 3 and 4, and then so you're going to have 5. So what I want you to do is I want you to add additional, let's go 3. So add in 3 more surveys. This is sample data, dummy data, if you will, data that you are creating. So you have to create their student ID number if they took the class on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or a Tuesday, Thursday. If it was a morning class or an afternoon class, ask them if it was if they were a morning person or not, what kind of grade they got, if they work part-time, full-time, or no time, and if they received any kind of time management training. Again, this is dummy data. You don't necessarily have to go out and ask somebody. I just kind of want to have you get this practice on filling in data. And then you can run the analysis again. So you're going to go up to Analysis, Descriptive Statistics, Descriptives, and let's run the grade again. Let's check and see what their average grade was, right? So we're looking here for the mean, and we'll get to standard deviation and the range and maximum, that kind of stuff later. But right now, I just want you to focus on this median, or this mean score, the average score here. So the screenshot I want you to take, and again, you're going to have, what was be 6, let's see here, you're actually going to have yours is, so with the first 2, and then yours, and then the 2 new ones, and then plus the 3 new, so you'll have 7. So your N, right, your sample size is going to be 7 total. It's not going to look like this, though, because the data that you enter is going to be different. So take a screenshot of this whole little output box here, and remember to save it, right? So anytime you want to save an output box, it's here, and anytime you want to print it, it's there. So to print, you just click print, and then it's going to ask you just the selected output or all visible output, either way. So if you want to get practice on printing your SPSS output too, you can do that. But what I want for the lab is the upload of the box, right, of this output box. Awesome. Okay, that's it.